Did I end a 4-minute video? Because I farted and started a new one. The answer is yes. Just, okay, don't question it. Okay, don't question it. Yeah, but, hello guys. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Nikki tutorials. So I keep having her little, intro thing, hello guys, stuck in my head. And it's actually incredibly annoying. But what can I do? Yeah, okay, yeah, it's fine. I don't really need to, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I don't really know, like, what I'm going to talk about today, because I really haven't done anything today. Aside from read. I can talk to you about my plans, but I've already talked to you guys about my plans, I think. Oh, I do have something to talk about, though, because, I talked about it before, but I started another channel, and it's a cool channel, I guess, and, like, I just, like, and I finally, okay, now that I'm starting to use my laptop a little bit more, I can, like, finally, like, actually, like, write in, like, description stuff and properly do that kind of stuff. I mean, you can write descriptions on your phone, but it's, like, more difficult, I think, personally for me. So a lot of times, like, I want to add anything to, like, one of my videos or something, like, I'll just go on my laptop. And so from now on, I think I'm gonna add descriptions onto my videos, and, like, a lot, like, in all of them, I'm gonna, like, write a little brief summary of what I'm talking about, if I can remember what I was talking about. And then also, like, add links, so, like, links to my other channel, and then, like, I don't know, like, I need other links for other stuff, like, if I'm shouting out, like, another channel that I really like and admire, or even if it's just, like, a friend's channel that I really like and admire, like, I would probably link their channel in the description. Yeah. So, just be on the lookout for my descriptions now, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, I honestly might change my name, though, because, like, I don't really like it. I just kind of, like, chose it on a whim. But I don't really like it. I'm going to change it, but I don't really know what I'm going to change it to, because I'm not that creative. Well, actually, I am creative, but, like, in a different way than most people are, I think. Like, I don't really know how most people are creative, but, like, my creative stuff is, like, odd, because it's just, like, I, like, sometimes, like, I literally will be just sitting there not doing anything, and then all of a sudden I'll feel, like, this craving to write or do something creative, because, like, I have, like, creativeness flowing through me, and I have ideas that I want to, like, write about, or even if it's not ideas, it's just a feeling that I need to do something, like, I need to, like, write, or I need to, like, just do something, like, more, and that's usually when, like, my creativity flows. And those, like, moods, I guess you would call them, like, they happen so erratically that I can't predict them, and I can't just, like, randomly call upon, like, creativeness and just, like, be creative in the moment. Like, it has to come to me. Like, I can't just, like, randomly come up with, like, a cool idea or something. Like, it just has to, like, come to me. If that makes sense. That's probably so weird. Also, along with Nikki tutorials, I've been watching a little bit more of Trisha Paytas, and she is an interesting character. And honestly, if I'm not lying, in all honesty, I've kind of been a little bit more annoyed with her lately, because I've always appreciated her as, like, a person because of her honesty, and how she tries to be nice to people, and and how she's like extremely sensitive but still puts herself out there and still like pushes herself to be like out there and stuff, which I can't say I do because like I'm extremely sensitive and my response is to close off from people or be closed off from people, and she does the exact opposite. Sorry, popcorn. I thought for a second you got stuck under his rock, and I was gonna be like, okay, that's a little bit okay. Like, am I gonna need to call Turtle Rescue again over there? Like, okay. Anyway, Trisha Paytas has been like someone that I've always kind of respected for her honesty and her sensitivity and her courage, because like she's so honest and like still like hangs out with people and is still incredibly social, even though she's so sensitive. And like she doesn't try and hide that she has had multiple surgeries. She doesn't try to hide the fact that she is an attention seeker, that she is like just one of those people who like wants attention and like isn't afraid to get it, and like when she gets it, like she clings on to it and she will do anything to get that attention, even surgically changing her body or going through multiple interviews just for a little 10 seconds of fame and blah blah blah. And even though I don't particularly like admire the fact that she's that way, I do admire the fact that she doesn't hide it, you know? And I can respect that. So, but recently she's been getting a little bit more annoying, to me at least, because lately she's been dating this guy. I honestly don't even remember his name, but he's like part of Liza Koshy and like her boyfriend's like little vlog gang, I guess. I honestly, literally, aside from beauty gurus, like a lot of the YouTubers that I follow, aside from beauty and like some gaming channels, like a lot of the beauty, like, I mean, a lot of the YouTubers that are really famous supposedly for their comedy, I just don't like. A lot of their comedy is like extremely scripted and just kind of like, I mean, I get it, they work really hard for that content and they like get millions of views and blah blah, but it feels like so like forced and like not like, I don't know, it doesn't feel natural to me and I don't really like it. So I don't really like a lot of like the trending or the popular like comedy YouTubers aside from Shane Dawson. And even then, he's not that popular. A lot of people know of him, but a lot of people don't like him as well, which honestly I don't understand, but I mean, whatever. Like, he's honestly like one of the most humble YouTubers, like probably the most humble YouTuber, and like it's just he's so great. Like, I love him so much. Anyways, he's like literally the father of YouTube. I'm not anyways, but Trisha has been annoying me a tad because she's been dating this dude from Liza Koshy's boyfriend's. Oh, his name is David. Yeah. What's his last name? David Dobrik. Okay, I got this. Look at me. I know names. Okay. Liza Koshy and David Dobrik, like, they're part of this like little vlog gang thing. I don't follow it because like I'm not interested in that. It's just a little bit too forced for my opinion. But there's this old guy in their group who honestly is kind of funny, and I like how he's a little bit more honest than the rest of everyone. I'm not saying that they're not honest. Like, they could very well be honest and like be totally not lying. Highly doubt it, but I mean, they could be not lying, you know? But I don't know, his like smiles and his like stuff, he doesn't like smile specifically for the camera, and he doesn't like force his jokes. He just kind of like casually like sits in the background, and then like if he's talked to, he'll say a joke, but he doesn't like force his way through, which I feel like a lot of people in their little so-called gang do that whenever they're near the camera, and they kind of just like walk up and are like, hi, like they're trying to steal a show. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just kind of like, to me it seems like really competitive in their little like house of people. I don't even know if they all live together or if they're just like friends. I literally maybe have watched 2 episodes. Like, I mean 2 videos. Like, I just don't care. Okay? I used to watch Liza Koshy for a time too, but like eventually like her jokes kind of like became too immature for me, kind of like Miranda Sings. Like they were funny for a while, but then eventually like their jokes are kind of so repetitive that you're kind of like, okay, then this is starting to turn into elementary school humor. Like, I'm just gonna stop. I'm not saying that they're not funny. They are funny when they're like actually genuine, but then when they script write and they write the same jokes over and over again, or similar jokes along the same line, like it kind of gets boring, in my opinion. But that doesn't mean that I don't like them as people. Like, they probably are really great people. I just don't like the characters that they portray when they're making videos. And I also don't like their little gang thing either. But there's like one older guy in their little gang or whatever, and I'm not just saying gang because like it's a derogatory term. Like literally, they're called the Vlog Gang. I think I don't know. That's what I think they're called. I'm just going by what I've heard from other people. Okay, like or like what I've like seen on the trending page or whatever. Like I just. Traffic. But anyways, like Trisha Paytas is dating that older guy, and they've been dating for like, I would say like about like 3 or 4 months, maybe not even that. But they've been dating for a pretty long while, I would say, especially for Trisha. But I mean, I don't really know her dating experience because I don't really follow her that often. But I don't know, like I do follow Trisha or I'm subscribed to Trisha, so like, and she's like been uploading like pretty consistently, which is kind of rare for her, I'm not gonna lie. And so like, unless it's mukbang, she doesn't really like upload consistently. But anyways, so she's been uploading like really consistently, so it's kind of weird. Like, okay, because I don't really look at it when I get notifications. I just kind of like glance at it and like see which YouTuber it is that is notifying me that they got a new video, and if I really care about that YouTuber, I'll click on it. If I don't really care about that YouTuber, I just kind of like, nah, I'm okay, I'll watch it later. But because Trisha was uploading so consistently, I was kind of like, okay, what is this about? Like, why is she uploading so frequently? Like, it's kind of weird. It was almost on a daily occurrence that she was uploading videos, and I was kind of like, okay. So I clicked on one of them, and it was like about her boyfriend, and I was like, oh, she's dating that guy. I vaguely remember him, like, cool, and they seem like really cute, super happy, and I was like, that's good for her. And then as time goes by, she starts uploading more and more, but I'll notice, like, in the thumbnail, she doesn't seem happy, and like, it just looks weird, but I don't really like read titles because like too much effort, okay? So I eventually like actually like click on one of them, and it's like about her and him breaking up, and I'm just like, okay, like fun, whatever. And like, I'm sure she'll move on. She's a strong, independent woman. She's just gonna fucking move on to the next man in her life, whatever. Then the next video uploads, and I looked at it actually closely out of curiosity, because I'm like wondering, like, is she moved on yet? Like, what's going on here? And then it's like, we're back together, and I was like, okay. And then it happened again. We're broken up. And then he called me fat. And then like another video upload, and it was just like a lot of more petty stuff. And I was just kind of like, and then I went on to the older guy's channel just out of curiosity to see if he was uploading as frequently as Trisha was, and to see like what his input on her little like thing was. And just, it was kind of the same thing. And then the last video they uploaded was like them talking about their breakup, and I was like, okay, this is seeming more and more like a publicity stunt more than an actual genuine breakup. Which, I mean, if you want to earn money, then fine, but like, just, do you really just, I just don't, you know, I just kind of lost a little bit of my respect for Trisha with those videos. I'm not gonna lie. And then I watched her most recent video, which was like a mukbang, and she was like wearing a BTS shirt, which if you don't know what BTS is, they're a really popular K-pop band right now, currently. And the only reason I know that is because a lot of my friends that I know are really into K-pop. Like, religiously into K-pop. Especially my best friend at school, she's like obsessed with BTS specifically. Like, she doesn't listen to any other K-pop but BTS. Like, I mean, it's cute, but it's also like, reminds me of how I was with anime. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's gonna fade, but I mean, it might not, but it probably will fade. But like, I don't know, I'll let her have her fun. I mean, I'm sure I was annoying as hell when I was obsessed with anime, so. So I know what BTS is, and like I know how like K-pop and like everything like Asian and Korean kind of, like, let me just say Japan and Korea are getting a lot of publicity right now and like are starting to get like really trendy and popular with like fashion and makeup and just like entertainment as well and like media, which, I mean, it's fine. It just almost feels like suffocating because it's everywhere. Like even like people that I really respect and didn't think would like check out anything like Korea or anything because they're not into that kind of stuff that I know of. Like, they are starting to get into it. I'm just kind of like, okay, it's trending a little bit too much for my taste. Like, it's literally like a virus spreading to every fucking thing. Like, it's so, like, I don't, like, I mean, it's not that I don't like the Asian culture. I do, but the way that this Asian culture is represented is not, like, true, like, Asian. It's just, like, it's very modern, and it's, like, just fake. Okay, I'm just gonna say it's fake. Like, lots of people disagree with me, and lots of fangirls and fanboys, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, would literally murder me for saying this, but I think a lot of K-pop and like Korean makeup and stuff, and like a lot of Japanese, even their fashion and stuff is admirable, and it's like brave, like weirdness, but also at the same time, like, it's getting a bit extreme. In my opinion. And then there's also like I don't really know how to explain just how weird, like, I don't know, like, I don't know. Okay. So yeah, but also I literally I don't know why I did that, but like, I was watching this video, and then on that same channel, because it was one of those channels who like edits stuff and puts it together really funnily, and like, funnily isn't a word, Angela, like, you're really smart. But like he edits stuff and like does weird stuff, and it looks funny, and like, it's supposed to be humorous, and it is humorous. I like him, so I follow him. I actually don't know if it's a he or a she, because like, they never show their face. They always show other people's content that they edit in strange ways, like in humorous ways. And this one particular one, like, I thought it was funny because I clicked on it, and it was just a bunch of girls who were like Korean or Japanese, you could tell, and they were like taking off their makeup, and I was like, okay, that seems about normal. But then they did something that I've never seen in my 17 years of life. That's just, like, it made me question everything. It was, like, and it wasn't just one girl. Like, he clipped, like, several videos, like, it must have been at least 6 or 7 of these random girls who were, like, Asian, you could tell, and they were probably, like, from Korea or Japan. And all of them were taking off their makeup. And the first video I watched, I was kind of like, okay, this seems kind of standard. She's just taking off her makeup. Like, what's so important about this? But then the more that she scrubbed off her makeup, the more, like, her face literally changed. Like, she went from this, like, pale, slim, doll-looking, like, girl who looked, like, literally, like, maybe, like, 17, like, my age, to, like, this woman who is still beautiful, just more naturally, and her face was rounder and her face was tanner, and she looked way more mature. She looked like she was maybe in her 20s. And I was just kind of like, whoa. But that's not even the worst part, okay? There was this, like, little nose thing that not just the first girl had, but all of the 6 other girls that he clipped together in that video had, and they literally like had this like weird silicone like piece. Like, have you ever seen FX makeup? It was like that, but it was like a fake nose, and it was supposed to look cute, I guess. And it was supposed to like help their nose like look better, I guess. That's why they had that silicone nose there. I don't know. There was no commentary or what they were talking about the nose was for. It was just them taking off the makeup and the shock, the visual shock of like the change between the really weird, well, not weird, she was very beautiful, like to begin with, like with the makeup on, but she was also looked very doll-esque, like, which is another makeup trend in Asian culture, at least modern Asian culture right now, that I don't particularly like, because like it just makes you look like not real, in my opinion. And like, why would you like not want to look real or alive? And just, I don't know, like it's just weird. But anyway, so like she looked beautiful to begin with, and then like when she was taking her makeup off, she still looked beautiful. She just looked really different, which I found was weird. Like, why would she want to like look like 10 years younger than she actually was? Or maybe not even 10 years younger, but like 5 years younger than she actually was, and like paler, and like just like really doll-like and just weird. And then she took off a freaking fake nose. All of them did. Like, what? Like, why? Like, just, what's next? Like, literally, I'm so... I just don't know what to do. Like, some things make me have faith in humanity, and then some things make me lose it. And I'm just kind of like, that was one of those things that made me slowly lose my faith in humanity. Because, like, if it's come to the point where beauty standards are so fake that you literally have to change your face coloring and shape, like, and put on a fake fucking nose to feel beautiful, like, what the fuck is next? Like, a complete fucking mask? Like... no words. Like, I just... like, no words. I just... anyways, so that was a moment where I, like, literally after I watched that video, because the video was not that long, it was maybe 2 minutes long, and I just sat there, like, in shock, just kind of, like, staring at the screen, like, how, like, why, like, who, what, why, how, just all of those questions and more just bombarded me and flooded my brain, and I was kind of like, anyways, back to Trisha. So she was wearing a BTS sweater, and she was all talking about, and I've noticed this about Trisha, if anything is trending, like I remember when Game of Thrones was really big, she was like all about that life and being like, oh my god, I love Game of Thrones so much. Like, she's a very trendy girl, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it is kind of annoying sometimes, because she'll go from being like her normal self, and then she'll go like all googly-eyed and be like, oh my god, I'm so obsessed with this new thing. Like, it's just it's kind of annoying. And this is her new obsession, and it's BTS, and she's like, I'm wearing their sweater, like I have more merch from them, like blah blah blah. It's kind of like, oh god, another one they've converted. Like, I swear, the Asians are sweeping the world like by storm. Like, it's just I just don't get it, in my opinion. Like, I just don't get it. Like, honestly, like, I can listen to BTS music. Like, some of their songs aren't bad, some of them are atrocious, and some of them are not that bad. But, like, goodness. Per usual, my grandma waits for the last fucking second to tell me something. It's great. I'm not even gonna be here tomorrow anyways. Like, just... anyways, but yeah, so she was like talking about her new obsession with BTS or whatever, and how she's like so obsessed with it. She's like so amazed by it, like she loves them so much. And I knew that people who were like true followers and true obsessors over BTS would get triggered by this. And so I checked the comments just out of curiosity. And honestly, it makes me so sad to check Trisha's comments because although she's not the best person, like, at least she doesn't hide her flaws like some people. Like, she makes it blatantly obvious that she has insecurities, and she does surgery for those insecurities, and she cries about those insecurities, and she's extremely sensitive. But at least she's honest about them. You gotta give her that, okay? And despite her being so frustrating sometimes, just because I don't agree with how she just does things and like treats herself and others, doesn't mean that I don't respect her as a person because she's brave in a way, because she doesn't hide like how weak she is, and I can't say that I do the same. And so I guess that's why I kind of admire and respect her in some aspects, even though I sometimes really don't like what she does. And so I was checking the comments, and honestly, I hate reading the comments of Trisha videos because a lot of people love to pick fun at her because she doesn't hide her flaws. Like, she tells you blank on, like, just like, these are my fucking flaws. Like, look at them, admire them. Like, they make me weak. They're my biggest insecurities. And maybe it's not because she's brave that she talks about them, but because she can't hold back that she talks about them. But like, still, that just does take some bravery as well. And like, I don't know, I feel like people don't understand that, or they like are jealous of her because she's brave and like talks about her insecurity so freely, and they can't. I don't know. Or they get so fixated on their flaws that they don't care about like how strong of a person she is in general, or they don't see the big picture of more than just what she does wrong, but what she does right as well. And it's not just with Trisha that people do this, but I think a lot of people are more vocal with their hate for Trisha because she's just like so sensitive that they feel like she's an easy target. And some of the comments, like anytime I read her comments, like it just makes me so sad because there's so much hate there. And like some of them are just like stupid, like I hate you, like you're stupid, like you're fat, like just ridiculous, like harmless, well, not harmless, but like not well thought out ones that you can tell like are not that deeply thought out, and they just like randomly wanted to like do their little bad deed for the day and said 3 little words that knew would have a big impact, but like are clearly not really thought out and like could be said to anyone. And then there are the ones that like are specifically targeted at Trisha because she doesn't hide her weaknesses, she talks about them, and people will prey on those weaknesses that they know about her because they watch her videos. So clearly they don't hate her as much as they say they do, but then they talk about all of her weaknesses in their comments and they target every one of them. And I can't even imagine how that must feel for her to like have to go through that every time she makes a video. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, people just need to get over their damn selves. Like, really, what is your purpose for fucking doing that? Like, it literally does nothing. Like, but cause pain. Like, what does causing pain serve you? Like, nothing. Literally nothing. Although I've heard that some people like seeing other people in pain because it makes them feel less in pain themselves, and they feel like some kind of like comfort in like having someone else in pain just as much as they're in pain, which I can understand, but like it's still like, to me it's just, why not try and alleviate your pain instead of causing others just so you can have more pain around you? Like, to me that, like, that's better, but like, I can't help people more than I can help myself, and obviously I'm not doing the greatest job of helping myself, so I'm just gonna stick with that, okay? But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye.